Ted Cruz has beaten Donald Trump a lot of times.
Not nationally yet. He's still trailing the delegate count, obviously.
Yeah, but he's won in a lot of states. I know the media wants to kind of forget about that. Donald Trump has lost to Ted Cruz in a lot of states. And also importantly, he's lost when only Republicans are allowed to vote. The majority of Republicans do not want Donald J. Trump as their nominee. It shows up in every single poll. And the last time I looked, it's Republicans' job to nominate our Republican president or nominee for president. So Donald Trump has lost. Yes, he's racking up delegates, so is Ted Cruz. I actually think the person you should be asking this question to is John Kasich. He didn't get the memo. When you can't win, you need to get out.
See, that she is as unlikable as Hillary. Welcome to Gimme 5. I'm not saying she's corrupt like Hillary, a crook like Hillary, a liar like Hillary, but she's as unlikable as Hillary. He didn't get the memo. He needs to get out. Just the way she presents it, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's unlikable. Now, to say that the majority of Republicans don't want Donald Trump to be president, let's assume that's true. A bigger majority don't want Ted Cruz to be president by her same metrics. So what is she saying? I mean, this is ridiculous. Here's more from Carly.
Yes, she's traveled hundreds of thousands of miles around the globe, so have I. But flying is an activity. It is not an accomplishment. And she will not bring a track record of trustworthiness or accomplishment to the Oval Office. You've heard me say that for over a year, and you've also heard me be very critical of Donald Trump. In fact, since the week he announced his candidacy, I've said he doesn't represent me, and he doesn't represent my party.
All right, so first she's trashing Hillary and then Donald Trump. And you've heard me trash Donald Trump from the beginning. Well, she trashed Ted Cruz as far back as 2013 when he led that filibuster on the floor of the Senate over Obamacare. Watch her back then.
There's no honor in charging a hill that you know you can't take, only casualties, although Ted Cruz maybe got name recognition and money along the way. But President Obama wanted this shutdown, and Ted Cruz played right into his hands.
All right, so she trashed him in 2013 for standing on the floor of the Senate, which many people think was his great moment. And then in January of this year, she trashed Ted Cruz.
But I would say that Ted Cruz is just like any other politician. He says one thing in Manhattan, he says another thing in Iowa, he says whatever he needs to say to get elected, and then he's going to do as he pleases.
And then she was asked about it yesterday.
So were you wrong in January when you were that critical of Senator Cruz?
Yeah, and that's why I voted for him in the voting booth. Before I ever had a conversation with him about endorsing him, I went into the voting booth in my hometown in Virginia, and I voted for Ted Cruz. Why? Because I think we need a conservative in the White House.
Yeah, all right. So now all of a sudden she loves Ted Cruz. They need a conservative in the White House, someone who could stand up to the system. When he stood up, she said, he's getting money and name recognition, but you don't charge a hill, you know you can't win. And then in January, she said he's like every other politician, saying one thing here, one thing there. But now she's on the ticket, the imaginary ticket, and she loves him. Give me a break. Give me a break. Now, this notion, as a woman, she's still going after Donald Trump for having a problem with women. Watch.
You know, I think Donald Trump clearly has a problem with women. Clearly. I mean, the week we had a terrorist attack in Brussels, he attacked Heidi Cruz.
Okay. That's your example of a problem with women? We had a terrorist attack in Brussels, and in the same week, he attacked Heidi Cruz. He didn't attack Heidi Cruz. A PAC put out a naked picture, albeit it was from a photo shoot, almost naked, a very nice picture, of Trump's then-fiancée, who's now his wife. Cruz didn't say, get that down. I didn't put it up, but get it down. Cruz smiled and winked to Utah voters and said, well, hey. So Trump responded. He responded. He didn't start it. All right? She's unlikable, and now she's changing her tune. I don't want to call her a liar, but, you know, let the facts be what you think they are, or interpret it any way you like. Carly Fiorina. What a ticket.